Hello everyone, we are back with Glenn Velvet Reviews here, and this is an update on the washer and dryer project that I got going on. I'm going to do my final connection up here for the gas line for the termination. This is a termination plate that you get with the Pro-Flex. This is from Lowe's that they have. So this is it right here. That's the termination plate that you could see. It goes in like that. So mine's gonna go in like this, pretty much. I'm gonna try to keep it around this line. I made a line of where I wanna put it because we're gonna have a stacked dryer. So that's what's going on. So this is kind of how it looks, is the setup. This screws in, you know, just like this into the plate pretty much. So you could do this first, at last, whatever you wanna do. From what I've seen, it doesn't matter. But it is gonna go in this way. So this is gonna be a different you know, connection than I had last time that I showed you guys. You're still gonna follow the same thing. You're gonna put still the same thing, but you notice that this has the plate. So it's just a different, kind of the same, you know, situation, different install, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna straighten this out a little bit to get the so you're going to want to make sure that there's a black gasket that sits in there. See that little O-ring in there? You're going to want to make sure that it's in there. So I did cut it. I used this to cut it to size. All you do is just, you know, cut the jacket off, and I strip it right off. And then this was here, and then I made a cut with this. Now you don't want to crimp down on the cut, because then you're going to mess up the circle, and then it's not going to seal, or it's just going to be retarded. So you got to make sure you have this. This needs to be very clean. Oh, here it is. So this is not as clean. I just got to wipe it off, but this is the gasket. That's very important. This is like the real seal that seals it, no matter if it's messed up or not. So what you're going to do is, pretty simple as the other video that I made, or anything you could see. You're going to open this up. Make sure not to break it. You do need this. So, yeah, so we're going to go like this. Open it up. So you're going to open it up slightly, and you're going to slide it down into the fourth valley, okay? So you're going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here's the fourth valley. We're going to squeeze it right on that valley, just like that. So I squeezed it on the fourth one, just like they said, count down. Then you're going to put the other slip ring onto it as so. Pretty simple little thing. And then you're going to put this onto it. And they do have a pusher that goes on here, but you shouldn't rip this. I mean, unless you're like really tired, I guess, and you put on 1,000 of these, you're like, oh, you don't want to do it. But you should be able to just, you know, pull it over and not rip anything. So then you just put it on, roll it all the way down till you can't go anymore, all right? So I'm pretty sure that's going to end up in the third valley, because how is it going to go in the fourth valley when you have, you know? So you're going to pull this up like this, okay? And then we're going to clamp it on, and make sure you test for leaks after you, you know, after you put this all together. I got a bubbles that we're going to test out that I bought off Amazon. We're going to try it on all my gas and see if we see any leaks with it. So all you're going to do is take this, screw it right in here. So I guess you're only supposed to spin this one. So I'm going to take the termination plate off. This way I can spin it freely, and then I'll just tighten the plate into it after. So I'm going to do that. This way I can spin this freely, because you're only going to want to spin the one side. If you spin this side, you have a chance at ripping the gasket. You do not want to rip that gasket. I can tell you that. So, and like I said, you're going to make sure you only want to spin this one. That's why you're better off using crescent wrenches. I do not have a crescent wrench. I do. I have one, but I can't find the other one, and I don't want to look for it. I know it's in the garage or something, but I don't want to look for it. But you're supposed to be able to hand tighten these, and they still will hold pressure. You're not supposed. That's not for code, but you are supposed to be able to hand. So I'm going to put the crescent wrench onto here, so we do not move this fitting. And this way, I am just going to tighten this back fitting that has the metal on it. Okay. So. Okay, so now it's going right onto the rubber, right? And it's going on. And you don't really need to do this too tight, guys, because, you know, from what I saw, that's not the way this system works, you know. It's supposed to just, you know, seal it, you know, without having to put in so much work, I guess you could say. So, pretty much the finished product. Not in the wall, because I'm not going to seal up the wall right now. That's not really what I want to do. It's pretty late, so I'm not going to go seal up any walls right now. But this goes on as so, just like that. I'm just trying not to have a you know, such a big crimp on it. That's all, guys. I'm weird. So that's pretty much what mine is going to look like. It's going to be just like this, and you're going to have the sheetrock here, or whatever the case may be, and that's what I'm going to have a 90-degree on mine. Go up though, because my gas line I want to come down into the gas line from the dryer. Since it's stacked, I want it to come down into it, because if I put it this way, we won't be able to push the dryer against the wall. Follow all your codes and everything like that, you know, by your town and municipality, and make sure that you are, you know, gonna be up to code, you know? That's all I can say. So that's the finished product of what you can expect without sheetrock, and that's it for the connection and how to make the connection on the Pro-Flex system of a termination switch. All right, so that's it for Glen Velvet Reviews. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I would love to know. Also, subscribe to my channel. Join me on my review adventures as I try to put up stuff to help out the community, just like I get help from the community. All right?